Prologue. Echoes of a Vanished Earth. In the twilight of Earth's fading splendour, a chorus of whispers echoed through the annals of time, a symphony of lost voices yearning to be heard. It was an age when humanity stood upon the precipice of ruin, their reckless dominion over the planet having led to an era of desolation. Amidst the crumbling landscapes, where forests once thrived but now lay ashen and barren, a prophecy took root, a prophecy that transcended the confines of mortal understanding. It spoke of a time when saviors would emerge, when guardians of Earth's last vestiges would rise from the ashes, not as gods, but as stewards of the fragile balance of life. From the embers of a ravaged world, the prophecy whispered, shall arise those who are both of earth and yet beyond it. They shall carry the weight of our past, the hope of our future, and the secrets of the Aetherium, a force that binds all life. In the distant reaches of time, this prophecy found its fulfillment within the Concordium, an alliance forged in the crucible of necessity, comprising the remaining houses of Veridion, Ignivox, Teravine, Luxaria, Aqualum, and Fulgaris. It stood as humanity's last hope for redemption. Each house bore the legacy of Earth's diverse ecosystems, their unique abilities and creations a testament to the resilience of life. They were the architects of the Ether Forged, living colossi of metal and Aetherium, bound to the ecospheres. Vibrant, self-contained ecosystems capable of sustaining life in a dying world. The houses, like fractured pieces of a shattered mosaic, held distinct visions for Earth's restoration. In their domain, House Veridion safeguarded the ecospheres with unwavering devotion. House Ignivox sought to harness the planet's inner fire, while House Teravine nurtured Earth's rebirth through mastery of flora and fauna. House Luxaria illuminated the darkness with bioluminescence, House Aqualum flowed with the wisdom of waters, and House Fulgaris commanded the elemental forces, a tempestuous power to shape the world. Bound by a fragile pact, the houses convened within the hallowed halls of the Concordium, a council teetering on the precipice of unity and discord. Beneath the surface of their alliance, hidden agendas simmered, secrets festered, and ambition burned. And in the midst of this world's tumultuous turning, a forgotten poem, an ode to Earth's lost beauty, found its way into the annals of history. In twilight's hush, our world did gleam, with forests deep and crystal stream. Now shadows fall, but hope's the prize. In ether's grasp, our planet lies. From Verdant's heart to Ignivox's flame, Teravine's might, Luxaria's aim, Aqualum's depths, Fulgaris' storm, in unity, a new world's born. Within the Concordium's embrace, the world shall find its saving grace. Yet secrets lurk and darkness looms. In terror's womb, the future blooms. In this world, a new era beckoned, one where ancient prophecies clashed with modern ambitions, where the fate of Earth hung in the balance. It was a world where the echoes of a vanished Earth resonated in every decision, a world where saviors emerged from the ashes, burdened by the weight of the past and bound by the promise of a future unknown. The Concordium's journey had begun, a tumultuous odyssey that would shape the destiny of Earth. And within its intricate tapestry of hope and intrigue, heroes and shadows, a story yet untold awaited. Chapter 1. The Aetherscribes' Awakening. In the dying light of Earth's last days, a world that had once teemed with life lay battered and broken. The once pristine forests were now withered husks, their towering trees reduced to gnarled skeletons. Rivers, once clear and sparkling, flowed thick with pollution and despair. Humanity's reckless disregard for the planet had brought it to the brink of annihilation. But amidst the desolation, a glimmer of hope remained. A hope embodied in colossal beings that roamed the ashen landscapes. They were not machines, nor were they creatures. They were something altogether unique, born of desperation and innovation. These living juggernauts, known as the luminari, were Earth's last defenders, her final guardians. Each luminari was a towering colossus, its frame a patchwork of recycled plastics and reclaimed metals, a testament to humanity's ability to create even in the face of destruction. Their mission was clear: to protect and preserve the last remaining ecosystems, fragile pockets of life encased in massive, transparent domes known as ecospheres. One such ecosphere, nestled within the chest cavity of a luminari known as Lumis, held a pristine microcosm of Earth's diverse ecosystems, a vibrant Eden within a metal heart. Kael, a young man with a unique gift, stood as the guardian of this precious realm, his purpose to ensure its survival at all costs. Kael's ability was a rare and extraordinary gift. He could communicate with the luminari, decipher their thoughts, and understand their intentions. It was a bond that ran deeper than mere words. It was a connection forged by the shared weight of responsibility. The luminari were not alone in this battle. They belonged to the Concordium, an alliance of houses, each responsible for a specific aspect of Earth's restoration. Yet unity was an elusive dream, for within the Concordium's hallowed halls, alliances were forged and broken, ambitions clashed, and secrets festered like wounds. In the heart of House Veridion's sanctuary, Kael found himself summoned to the council of the Concordium, a gathering of the house leaders, each with their own agenda. The council's chamber was a grand hall, adorned with holographic representations of Earth's former glory, a bittersweet reminder of what they were fighting to restore. High above, atop a throne-like dais, sat Lord Veiler, the patriarch of House Veridion. His emerald green robes billowed like a forest canopy, and his eyes, like pools of ancient wisdom, regarded Kael with a mixture of pride and concern.
Kael, Aetherscribe of House Veridion,
Lord Veiler intoned, his voice resonating through the chamber.
the fate of Earth rests upon your shoulders. The ecosphere you guard is a beacon of hope in these dark times. But it is also a target for those who would seek to control its power.
Kael nodded solemnly, his gaze unwavering. He was acutely aware of the fragility of their sanctuary, the delicate balance between preservation and exploitation.
The Concordium must find unity,
Lord Veiler continued.
for only together can we hope to heal our wounded world, but unity remains an elusive dream, torn asunder by competing interests and the shadows of past betrayals.
As the council deliberated, alliances shifted like sand in the wind, and Kael felt the weight of his responsibility pressing upon him. In this moment of turmoil and uncertainty, he knew that his journey was far from over. The luminari, the ecospheres, the Concordium, they were all threads in a tapestry of hope, one that he was determined to weave into a future where Earth's last defenders would stand united against the encroaching darkness. The council's deliberations continued a tapestry of voices weaving through the chamber, each thread representing a house's desires and fears. Kael, seated among the council members of House Veridion, listened intently, his gaze flickering toward Lumis, the luminari guardian of his ecosphere, who stood vigil outside the grand chamber, its colossal form imposing yet patient. "House Ignivox," declared Councillor Pyria, her fiery robes mirroring her house's affinity for geothermal energy.
We hold the key to harnessing Earth's inner heat. With our advancements, we can revitalize the planet's core and rekindle its life force.
Her words resonated with a fiery passion that matched her house's namesake, and Kael sensed the undercurrent of ambition in her proposal. Ignivox had always coveted more influence within the Concordium. House Aqualum, represented by Councillor Nyara, offered a contrasting perspective. "Our mastery over water," she began, her voice as soothing as a gentle rain, "enables us to purify the oceans and restore the balance of aquatic life. With unity, we can heal the world's wounds." Kael admired the sincerity in her words, a genuine desire to mend the damage done to Earth's seas. Yet, he couldn't shake the feeling that beneath the surface of Aqualum's calm demeanour, there lurked an unspoken agenda. House Erisynth, led by Councillor Elendor, presented a vision of hope, soaring through the skies with their airships and wind-wielding luminari.
"We can cleanse the atmosphere,"
Elendor asserted, his voice carrying the weight of centuries.
"Our mastery over the winds can disperse the pollutants and restore the skies to their former glory."
Kael admired the grandeur of their proposal, the dream of breathing fresh air once more. Yet, he sensed an air of pride and hubris within Erisynth, a belief that their dominion over the skies was the key to salvation. Kael knew that his role as the Aetherscribe meant he must weigh these proposals carefully, decipher the intentions behind the words, and communicate Loomis's sentiments. He closed his eyes briefly, establishing a connection with his house's colossal guardian outside. "Loomis," Kael communicated through their unique bond, "what do you sense? What is the true path to healing our world?" The response from Loomis was a flood of emotions, an intricate tapestry of images and sensations that conveyed both urgency and caution. Kael understood that Loomis, like all luminari, had a deep connection to Earth's suffering, and their wisdom often transcended words. Back in the council chamber, the debate raged on, each house vying for supremacy, each councillor advocating their path to salvation. Kael knew that the fate of Earth hung in the balance, and he couldn't help but wonder if unity was truly attainable, or if the shadows of ambition and mistrust would once again threaten to extinguish the fragile ember of hope. Hours passed within the council chamber as discussions ebbed and flowed like the tides. Kael, with Loomis's guidance, continued to sense the underlying currents of ambition, pride, and genuine concern within the councillors' words. Each house sought to champion its unique strengths as the key to Earth's salvation. It was Councillor Thalira of House Sylvanleaf, attired in robes adorned with leaves and vines, who spoke next. "Our expertise lies in the revival of terrestrial flora and fauna," she declared, her voice like a gentle rustling of leaves. "We can restore the forests, reintroduce endangered species, and ensure that the planet's green heart beats once more." Kael felt a deep resonance with Sylvanleaf's proposal. Their commitment to the natural world struck a chord within him, echoing his own dedication to preserving life within his ecosphere. It was a vision of Earth's renaissance, a return to a world teeming with vibrant ecosystems. However, House Sylvanleaf's voice was often drowned out in the council's clamour, their gentle words struggling to compete with the grand promises of their peers. Councillor Pyria, with her fiery enthusiasm, countered,
"While the restoration of forests is admirable, we must first address the planet's inner turmoil. Ignivox can tap into the Earth's core energy, stabilize tectonic activity, and prevent further cataclysms."
Kael's heart ached at the prospect of prioritizing one aspect of Earth's healing over another. The discord among the houses was palpable, each convinced that their path was the only viable one. Councillor Nyara of House Aqualum, who had maintained a serene composure throughout the debate, spoke once more. Perhaps, my friends, we are looking at this challenge too narrowly. Earth's healing is a multifaceted endeavour. Can we not combine our strengths and work in harmony? A murmur of agreement rippled through the council chamber. It was a sentiment that Kael had yearned to hear, a call for unity that transcended the divisions among the houses. But unity, he knew, was a fragile dream. The councillors of the Concordium had different visions for Earth's future, and their ambitions were as diverse as the ecosystems they hoped to revive. Finding common ground would be a daunting task, one that required delicate diplomacy and a deep understanding of each house's aspirations. As the council session drew to a close, Lord Vaylor addressed the assembly once more.
My fellow councillors, the path ahead is fraught with challenges, but we must remember that our goal is singular, the restoration of Earth. Let us consider the wisdom of unity and the power of combined strengths.
Kael felt a glimmer of hope in Lord Vaylor's words. Perhaps, amidst the discord and ambition, there was still a chance for the houses to find a common purpose. As the councillors filed out of the grand chamber, Kael's thoughts swirled like leaves caught in a tempest. He knew that the path to unity among the houses would not be easy, but it was a journey he was determined to undertake. Just as he was about to leave the chamber himself, a soft voice, barely a whisper, caught his attention. "A moment, Aetherscribe." Kael turned to see Councillor Thalira of House Sylvanleaf approaching. She wore a contemplative expression, her eyes like emerald pools reflecting the wisdom of ancient forests. "Councillor Thalira," Kael acknowledged with a nod. "What can I do for you?" She glanced around to ensure they were alone, then leaned in closer. "Your ecosphere," she began in hushed tones. "It is a remarkable creation, a sanctuary for life, but it also holds a secret that could change the course of our world." Kael's curiosity piqued. "What secret do you speak of?" Thalira's gaze held a hint of intrigue. "Within the heart of your ecosphere lies an anomaly, a phenomenon we have only glimpsed in the records of ancient Earth. It is a source of untold power, and it could hold the key to Earth's salvation." Kael's heart raced. He had devoted his life to protecting his ecosphere, but he had never suspected that it held such a profound secret. "Tell me more," he urged. The councillor glanced over her shoulder once more, her voice barely above a whisper. "Meet me at the Whispering Glade tomorrow, at the hour of twilight. There, I will reveal the truth about your ecosphere and the role it could play in our quest to heal Earth." With those cryptic words, Councillor Thalira departed, leaving Kael with a sense of intrigue and anticipation. The revelation of a hidden power within his ecosphere entrapped his mind. As he exited the council chamber, Kael's mind raced with possibilities. What ancient secret lay dormant within the heart of his sanctuary? And how could it be harnessed to bring about the healing of their world? The night was shrouded in darkness as Kael made his way to the Whispering Glade, guided only by the soft glow of luminescent flora that lined the forest path. Councillor Thalira had been cryptic about the ecosphere's hidden secret, and his curiosity burned like a star in the night sky. As he approached the glade, the atmosphere seemed to shift. The air grew charged with an inexplicable energy, and the rustling of leaves in the gentle breeze took on a melodic quality. Kael's senses heightened, and he realized that this place held a significance beyond what he had imagined. Councillor Thalira emerged from the shadows, her presence serene and ethereal in the moonlight. She gestured for Kael to join her at the center of the glade, where a circular arrangement of stones encircled a pool of iridescent water. "The Whispering Glade," Thalira began, her voice soft and reverent, "is a place of communion with Earth's ancient energies. It is here that I will reveal the truth about your ecosphere." Kael took a step closer, his heart pounding with anticipation. "Please tell me what you know." Thalira extended her hand over the pool, and the water shimmered with a silvery light, casting patterns of luminescence across her face. "Within your ecosphere," she explained, "there exists a phenomenon known as the ethereal nexus. It is a convergence of energies, a focal point of the Ethereum's power. With it, one can not only accelerate the healing of ecosystems, but also unlock the true potential of the Ethereum." Kael's breath caught in his throat. The revelation was staggering. The ethereal nexus held the key to harnessing the Ethereum's full power, a power that could potentially transform the very essence of Earth's restoration. "But," Thalira continued, her expression grave, "such power comes with great responsibility. It can be a force for both creation and destruction. The balance between the Ethereum and Earth's ecosystems must be preserved, or else the consequences could be catastrophic." Kael nodded, fully aware of the weight of this newfound knowledge. He understood that unlocking the ethereal nexus could change everything, but it also carried the risk of upsetting the delicate equilibrium they sought to restore. Thalira placed her hand on his shoulder, her eyes locking onto his with a solemn intensity. "Kael, the fate of Earth may rest upon your shoulders more than you realize. The Concordium's ambitions are noble, but they must be guided by wisdom and humility. You, as the Aetherscribe, possess a unique connection to the Ethereum. Use it wisely." As their conversation concluded, Kael left the Whispering Glade with a newfound sense of purpose. The knowledge of the ethereal nexus had opened a door to possibilities beyond his imagination, but it had also revealed the immense responsibility he carried. With Thalira's words echoing in his mind, he walked back through the moonlit forest, determined to navigate the challenges ahead with wisdom and humility, for the path to unity and Earth's salvation had become even more complex, and the Whispering Glade held its secrets close, whispering of a future yet unwritten.